Hey guys, Zul'jin here, and welcome back to another episode of Gwent. Today we're taking a look at a Scoia'tael deck. I have been playing Gwent, I think I'm level 63 now, and I've finally found enough cards and a strategy, synergies so to speak, of Scoia'tael that I liked. My history with Scoia'tael was me thinking up until very recently that they were the weakest faction, and that is just incorrect. Which is the weakest faction? I don't know. But Scoia'tael has some very complex synergies, but they're very strong as well. One of the things that I was trying to figure out with Scoia'tael was what synergy I like the most. There's a whole lot going on, just like any other faction. But I like the bounce mechanics a lot. So these guys here, the Blue Mountain Commandos, allow you to take a bronze unit from your side, from your hand, and play it immediately again. So you just bounce a unit. In other words, if you were to play one of these Dol Blathana archers, it removes 5 strength from a unit. If you bounce that unit, you get to do it again. So there's a lot of synergy that works with these things. I'm using the Elven Mercenaries to play special cards and replay special cards actually, and Hawker Healers to buff my entire row. The way that I usually try to play my cards, depending on weather, is up here. The Witchers add a little bit of strength to the deck that was much needed. The rest of the deck without the Witchers seemed relatively strong, but it was lacking a little bit of power. And unless I'm playing against weather, I could do some really good things with the Witchers. And who helped me decide this actually was another YouTuber named MegaaMogwai. He had a deck similar to this, which our decks are a little bit different, but for the most part, I was lacking a little bit of strength, so I was looking for a way to refine the deck, and I saw one of his videos about his Scoia'tael deck, and he uses the Witchers, and it works pretty well. I was trying to use the Hawker supports, which are, let me see if I can show them to you. These guys right here, which gain 3 strength every time you use a special card. But they were getting targeted very often, and it was making me want to lean to put more cards in the deck, especially more special cards, and that was taken away generally from the strength of the deck. So Scoia'tael is also low power already, so it's really hard to get those numbers up when you're facing decks that have big numbers, especially like, you know, the kind of decks that worry about gold units and things like that are a little hard to target. Really difficult to do that. Anyway, what we try to do with this deck is basically buff up one line. You've got the Macam Defenders that stick around once you buff their power. Unless they're weathered down, they're pretty hard to deal with. And the Hawker Healers buff an entire line. Along with that, you have a little bit of special cards. In order to play these removals, when you start, you don't want them in your first hand. So what you want to do is you want to take the Elven Mercenaries and play them only when you know you have either target available. So being able to take out enemies on the other side as well as buff units. So you don't want to use these if you don't have any, I guess you could say, acceptable targets on both sides. What do I call acceptable targets? Well, on this side, it's any threat that you want to take out or damage. So non-gold cards, specifically value cards. And for my side, it would be either Witchers or Macam Defenders. So along with that, I'm not playing with the Scorch or Commander's Horn, but as far as Commander's Horn is concerned, the biggest times you need a Commander's Horn is when you're actually up against it. And this Nature's Gift allows you to do that. So I think it works a little bit better. It gives me some flexibility with the synergies that I already have. And if I don't need Commander's Horn, then if they don't play Commander's Horn, then I probably won't need it anyway. So it works out pretty good. I'm also using Torviel, which is a really good card. It gives it just a last minute surprise. I thought about using a Commander's Horn instead, but I decided against it for now. And Yavin, which is straight up card advantage and works incredibly against weather. Typically when I know that I'm gonna lose a round, I play Ciri and I play Yavin, and everything usually works out. And in this deck, if you have the upper hand, if you have more cards, you have answers for a lot of stuff. The only other thing we have in the deck that's worth mentioning is Milva, which can do some radical stuff with bouncing. If they have really high buffed up units, Milva can take that away from them and reset their numbers. And Zoltan is absolutely perfect as well. The great thing about Milva is that she can actually take Yavin away if they end up buffing them. Sometimes when you give Yavin to a unit, they'll buff it up and make it kind of complicated. So Milva works really, really well with all these synergies. At any rate, we're going to go ahead and show what the deck's about. Hopefully I explained that all right, and I'll try to make it apparent and explain it as we go here. So very, very few matchups that absolutely destroy me, but most of it is no landslide victories with this deck. I do pretty well with it. I don't play it as well as I should, but I'm getting there.
Humans have no
Alright, so we are up against Foltest first, Northern Realms. And we want to take away any witches that we have except for one, which will take away Eskel. And that's good. We drew Aglius. And we want to take away any of the special cards that we got. And that is a perfect deal, just right there. We're going to ignore the faction ability. And it just so happens that they go first, so that's good. Alright, let's see what they play.
Long live the king!
Alright, so they're probably going to go for gold strategies. Now, undoing this is a very, very... Redinian elites are very, very hard to deal with once they go gold. So, you can go for archers right here and try to take those away while building your front line. So I think that's what we're going to do since we don't have Macam defenders.
I never miss.
Now, they're going to have res, so they're going to bring out a medic, most likely. They're going to bring out a medic and just res that unit almost right away.
Thank not me.
Uh-huh.
Thank my little A.
That's what I thought. We're going to try it again. Again with the Blue Mountain Commandos.
I'll feed you to the crows.
And bounce.
Kisbar
And fire. Targeting one strategy. We're going to try to undo that as we build power on our side. Little by little. But... he's like, What to do, what to do.
This is no time to whimper.
Alright, this is another thing that's really good to undo because they keep summoning. What we can do instead of that is we can play a little bit of power. We're going to go ahead and play the Witchers.
I'm too old for this shit.
Alright, so now we're 25 points up here. Well, not quite, not up by 25, but we have 25 points.
I don't chat. I'm not interested.
Alright, 1 blue stripes commando units when you deck it when a gold card appears on your side. So definitely he's going for golds here. He's going to probably use promote on his Reaver Hunters when they max out. So this might take a little bit to get to here. But what I think I'm going to do is let's do an Elven Mercenary.
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we
And
still
that
can.
way we would have had the ability to either target his Reaver Hunter or his Vest. But right now, because we got a Swallow, we're going to target Eskel. And that gives us a huge number here. Already it's getting pretty difficult to deal with this lineup. And we're still up by a card.
Attack!
So now he is ready to promote with these guys. He didn't want to give it another round to go, I don't guess. What we could do is weaken them with Yavin. I think that's what I want to do. This will give us a card back as well.
Coexistence, no such thing.
So he commanders Horned. Now, this is the wonderful thing about Commander's Horn. It's been played by them. So, I can actually Nature's Gift it. or use Eglace to play it again. And I think I'm not going to do that yet. I actually think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Hawker Healer.
Oh, my little lay.
That doesn't give me a huge gain yet. Now he gold them all. Alright. So we have 59 points on board here with no golds. Now I can Aglius again into Commander's Horn and really do it up. Or I can Zoltan and give me an even bigger advantage. I think I'm gonna Zoltan just to make sure. Yes, I will Zoltan just to make sure.
I can use a pint.
That's gonna give me 81. Now, even if he has a Scorch, I'll be through. Okay, good. I was about to say, man. Alright, the question is, can I beat him without using Commander's Horn right now? If I bounce Hawker Healer, I'm going to lose 3, so that'll put me at 78. But then I will gain 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll gain 21 points, which will put, yeah, that'll put me plenty over. So instead of using Aglius for Commander's Horn, I'm going to bounce Hawker Healer. I think I did the math right there. Yeah. Alright. Alright, we're at 107 now. And we still didn't use their Commander's Horn, which is wonderful. Now, if we would have had a MegaaM Defender on that line, he would stick around with that power. That's the wonderful thing about that card. Alright. So, we're still 4-4. Oh, man, that's so beautiful. I could do 2 Commander's Horns. Okay, this is going to be good. So, I'm going to ignore. And the first thing I'm going to do is... the bad thing is I should have let them play first because I should have taken a look at my hand. I'm going to go ahead and play Archer, even though it's not as effective right here. Oh, no! I hate Bork. He's so difficult to deal with. He is so difficult to deal with. Okay. So let's see what we can do with this. We're 1 point ahead, so technically, actually, we can let him win right here because we took the first round. I'm gonna do that. Bork is too hard to deal with. He really is. If you don't know what Bork does, after 3 turns, destroy the strongest 9 gold units twice in a row. Meaning he probably has quite a few gold units left in his hand. And we got Ciri. It's too bad we didn't get her early on, but... Okay, so we're going to let opponent go first this time. And this is where the faction ability really shines, because it gives you a little bit more control here. We still at both 6 cards. I don't really have that much card advantage on him, but I do get to choose to go second, so... And I still have option of 2 Commander's Horns. Problem is, I'm going to have 2 gold units that aren't affected by Commander's Horn, but that's okay.
Sure, be glad to.
Long live the king!
All right, let's do Ciri.
You talked enough.
Britannia!
All right, so now what I want to do is play Elven Mercenary because he has an eligible target. Before he didn't. So let's go ahead and play Elven Mercenary, and that's good. That's good. If they didn't have that, and he still could have Scorch, which is rough. Alright, he just played Reinforcement. That's another thing. With Nature's Gift, I can actually copy that. Alright, so let's see. He has 30 points here. I have 19. We're going to want to... the bad thing is I can't bounce that unit now because it already has strength, which is rough. Okay. We're going to... I'll tell you what. Maybe we can reinforce.
You'll be fine.
Oh, it's bronze, isn't it? No, it's none. I can reinforce. I don't know if I should, or if I should promote. I'll tell you what. Let's just go for hat. It's gonna be pretty tough.
Not your lucky day.
Alright. Now I can bounce her.
Humans have no place in Broccolon.
Now I can Commander's Horn. If we have Scorch, I'm still screwed.
Don't make me laugh.
He still could have a Scorch in that hand as well. Nature's Gift. Commander's Horn. Don't Scorch, don't Scorch, don't Scorch, don't Scorch, don't Scorch.
You one of us or not?
Ah, and I don't have to play Blue Mountain. I could just pass. Oh, I was hoping. If he would have had a Scorch, I'd have been so burnt. But you see, it's a sweet mechanics that you can get around. It's a lot of risk versus reward, but it's a very, very fun deck. We're gonna do another round too. Let's see where I am on spoils. Oh boy. I've been playing a lot today, as you can tell. Alright, let's do another Witcher Recall run. Oh, man. Tense matchups, you guys. Tense matchups. But so much fun to play. Really is. I've been playing monsters so much since the game came out. It's nice to get around. Speaking of monsters, we'll get to see how we run against monsters. Monsters is one of my tougher matchups. But there's definitely some strength in. This guy right here, Yavin, is very, very good against monsters. We're gonna try to get rid of all of our specials. I'm gonna opt to keep one special and get rid of a Witcher. All right, that's good, 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 good. Ignore. All right, we're first. Too bad we don't have any Macam defenders, but we'll go ahead and play. We'll go ahead and play our Witchers first. So this will lead him into Frost if he's probably playing it. No, he's going for Breed, which is actually also good with Elven Mercenary. All right. So now he does have a target, a very, very good target for us to use a Thunderbolt on, or a potion. I think I'm going to use the Thunderbolt. So he has Neckers. Now, any Neckers that we take out are really, really going to benefit us because, I mean, they multiply when they breed. So, but we don't really have to worry about that. So it's not an they're not great targets for archers here. But if we do happen to get our other Thunder, then we'll still be all right. Let's go ahead and play Elven Mercenary here.
Everything all right?
And we got Nature's Gift, which means Azul's Thunder. Unfortunately, it was not a Swallow Potion. So yeah, they have a big breed synergy. And I've kind of heard it. Kind of. Let's do another. I just noticed I don't have any commandos. I don't know if I want to use my Elven Mercenary yet. I don't think I do. Unfortunately, we didn't get any Swallow Potions, but what I think I'm gonna do is Milva. That way Vesemir comes back into my hand.
I trust no one. Never have.
And that means his guy's going to go back into his hand either, and he'll have to eat another one of his creatures. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's going to give him card advantage, but Vesimer's really, really important. That actually gave him a little bit more points. Alright. So we can still hurt it pretty bad with an archer, and I think that's a good play right here.
They can hide, but there is no escape.
Okay, he neckered into that, meaning that Yavin is going to work magic here. We going to archer again?
I never miss.
And if he plays a monster's nest here, I was hoping that would happen. Alright. So this is when Yavin really, really shines. Let's see if he has any specials first. No. And the only specials I used are Thunderbolts so far already. Okay. I think it's time to use Yavin now. And now we got our Blue Mountain Commandos back. We can easily target Yavin with archers too. He's probably going to use, yep, a Thunderbolt potion. That's fine. And what I think we're going to do here is use the Hawker Healer.
Oh my.
He's going to use it again. Alright, so let's bounce the Hawker Healer.
Death awaits us all. Oh, my little A.
And we're up to 65 now. He is burning through a lot of his cards here. So am I, unfortunately. So, let's see here. I know that this is a swallow potion waiting to happen, which is to give this guy a big buff, and that'll allow me to do it twice. I think, though, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to...
Everything all right?
Thunderbolt's probably not what I wanted. I thought I had went through both of them in my deck, but I guess I didn't. It's not what I wanted to do. See what I mean? I'm still kind of sketchy on playing this deck. The thing is, too, he's playing almost all of his cards here. He's going to keep something, which is going to be pretty high in power as well. I think I'm going to give him the turn. He's got a big enough lead on me to where it won't matter. Hopefully he keeps the giant toad. That would rock, but it's very unlikely. No, he kept the necker. Alright. See, Macam Defender would have been so good last round. We are going to ignore. And they're going to have to go first again. So we still have enough cards in this round to do synergy with, which is pretty good. They probably have another monster's nest, and I don't know how many of those potions they used. Let's see. They used all 3, which is good. That's very, very good. We'll push. Alright, 29 points to catch up with here is going to be kind of difficult, but we can do it.
Not much left of that world.
Alright, the Commander's Horn does make it a lot easier to do that. So what we'll do is let's see, 52 points. I know I gain more, but I'll keep Macam Defenders next round. I gotta try for it. I would have gotten more out of Vesemir, but...
I hate portals.
Alright, so let's see how we do this here. If I Aeglius the Commander's Horn, that'll double me up.
Lie still. Not yet recovered.
And now I Ethne Aeglius again,
Nothing human.
and I use Commander's Horn again. So I beat him on the round, and I have a 44-point Macam Defender that stays around. If he draws a Scorch, I'm boned. He kept a 20-point too. There's no joke with that. And we're gonna let opponent go first. So if he Scorches, I'm done. Or if he Frosts. And he couldn't. Whoo! Whoo! What a close round, man. What a close round. But fun. Very, very mentally stimulating. Good adult card game, y'all. That's what I love about Gwent so much. Good game, good game. Well, that's going to be it for Scoia'tael. I'm probably going to do some more manipulating to this deck. I don't know. I really like the way the deck functions right now, even though it's not super powerful. The Witcher Recall deck is fun. If I do make another deck like it, I might use some other synergies or whatever. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, guys, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me some dap on that like button to show your support. And you can subscribe to the channel for more daily videos. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Uljan signing off. And we'll see you next time.